Starting the stream. Alright, let's get right into it, shall we? It's been a little bit since I last streamed. I think I last did it when the Off remake came out. And then, of course, I did stream for the Deltarune Chapter 4 release. It's going to take me a little bit to get the hang of things, but I'm sure we'll figure things out as we go along. I want to change my controls on the crouch. I'm not too fond of crouch not just lasting while I'm pressing it. I think I messed with my settings a little bit. Where is crouch? Turn it into hold. There we go. So first things first, we are on level 1, the easiest level. We found a little clown, that's always a good sign. We might be able to kill a monster. I think I have the early levels pretty much down. I mean, all I have to do is get level 1 about 30,000 and I have the level. I don't expect that we'll be running into too many problems until we get to level 6, since that's when, you know, you get all those monsters running at you. So starting out, it's going to be nice and simple. We're just going to be collecting some money, and everything is going to be great. Oh, there is a little item down, 2 items down here. That should be about $1,000 right there. We'll just bring those back out. Maybe lose a little bit, but, you know, you gotta lose money to make money, especially when it's your fault that you lost money. Press the nose once, press the nose twice, and I have to be a little wary of when the monster is going to jump out at me. If I drop my guard, you know, it could jump out and I die in level 1 and then I'm just embarrassed. So I'd rather not die in level 1, but we'll do what we can. Found another little bit of money. I'm actually a little surprised we haven't run into any possible problems. I'll just take it as a good thing, I suppose, since it means we keep grabbing more and more items. But yeah, solo repo. The downside to solo repo, you're not really bouncing off of anyone. I wouldn't mind trying to work out a collab or something with people on this. I don't have too many people to DM about that, but maybe I'll send out a couple DMs, see if I can find anyone who wants to collaborate on REPO. Is it out of the box? There we go. Right now, though, we're just going to spin around. Oh dear. Never mind, we are not going to spin around. That is a Reaper. On the plus side, Reaper does not know where I went, so it completely missed my actual location. Unfortunately, Reaper is in front of me, and that means... Oh, birthday boy. I can kill both of them. You just gotta do this, right? So we're gonna pull Clown over here. I'm going to press its little button. Oh, I missed entirely. Do we restart on that? Oh, I might actually die in level 1. How do I... Okay. Well, you see, this is why I'm trying to get good. I fumbled that really badly. That is... I really fumbled that. Welcome, Outer Sand Ulk. Have I played the new Ulk update? No. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't played a lot of Undertale Last Corridor over the last... Honestly, maybe a year or two at this point. I haven't played a lot. I couldn't tell you the last time I even recorded gameplay for Ulk. Unfortunately for me, I've kind of just hit a point where... I know my username in Roblox is UlkFan, however... It's changed so much, and a lot of my interest in games has changed. And unfortunately, those two together means I haven't felt very compelled to play the game. I've tried a couple times to return, and also I'm just not that good at Ulk anymore. A lot of the quote-unquote skills I have in the game, like force combos, are not as relevant as they were. Whenever I play the game, I kind of just lose. So, yeah, I'm not much of an Ulk player anymore. I don't actually know who's working on the game at this point. I know that Master, after years, released what they had for Endless Loop, and then Adrian is supposedly trying to revive Undertale Last Corridor. But as you know of Adrian, he struggles to release anything. So I don't actually know what all the old Undertale Last Corridor developers are up to. I think one of the people who took it after Master and Adrian was working on a tower defense game, and I think they just kind of stopped contacting me for updates on that game, so I think that one was probably abandoned. If it isn't abandoned, maybe I'll get a surprise DM. Though I haven't logged in to my Discord. It's entirely possible there's a couple messages there that I just haven't seen. I've kind of just been heavily on break. I know I have videos coming out periodically. That's because I record them in bulk and release them over time so that the channel's never fully abandoned. I don't want to ever fully abandon the channel, but I hit different periods. From my perspective, I think I haven't recorded anything in weeks or months. It's really handy having a backlog, though. I know the backlog's actually almost out. But I don't know, I got into the mood. Oh, I think there was something in there and I missed it. I finally got in the mood to do some content, so we're doing some content. Ah, shoot. Please, whatever you do, do not hit my cart, please. It is positively crucial that you do not go the way of my cart. What if I go down here? It should, yeah, it's going to crouch down, and that will permit me to go around it. See, now that's thinking of portals. Oh shoot, I'm already back at spawn. It's not behind me, right? Okay. Unfortunately, I don't think this time we are going to get as good of a potential start as last time. Last time we had a really good setup with Birthday Boy and Reaper with a clown to kill them both with. And this time it seems that stuff like that's just not really in the cards. Ah, shoot. Oh, it freaking hit my cart. Oh no, that is the opposite of good. Alright. We lost a lot of money there. That's fine. We just have to be a little creative here. Yeah, don't press its nose again. That might blow up in your face if you did that. Where is it? Oh. I've murdered myself. That is unfortunate. Oh, YouTube's saying there's a little feature there. What feature are you notifying me about? Members only live stream. Yeah, I think I'll pass on that one. I'd rather just have a public stream. But yeah, it seems we're gonna keep getting this map until we do it right. Honestly, I kind of agree. I need to get better at the game. I am playing really poorly at the moment. And that's just kind of how it is sometimes. That's why we're trying to get good at this game. 2,500. That's a good little chunk of the budget. Another 500. Let's see, what are we working with here? But I can always try again to get into Undertale Last Corridor. I just don't see it lasting, even if I manage to, I guess, play the game a bit. It's really a pity, because I remember how into Ulk I used to be. Like, goodness. I don't even know the sheer quantity of parts that I recorded for it. And it's kind of what I'm known for, but that's just kind of how it is sometimes. You might have one thing that you're really into and eventually you fall out of interest. So, what I do instead is just whatever game I currently feel like playing. I'm pretty sure, as of late, I've been uploading Hollow Knight and Silksong. I had a bit where I was enjoying those games a lot. I'm pretty sure I didn't do the equivalent of Radiance in Silksong. I don't know, for me, Silksong is just really difficult. I beat Grandmother Silk, so that's like an achievement to me. Ah, shoot, this is not ideal. Yeah, this isn't an enemy I can kill level 1. And worse yet, since it's actively walking towards me, it's going to make looting more difficult. Oh, I don't know if that's good news, but it did walk away from me. Here. I guess what I want to do is I need to stall for time until Trudge over there decides to leave me alone. So we're going to kill this bicycle. Oh, we did find another couple items. That's handy. But I do want to kill the bike, because by the time the bike is dead, hopefully the other problems in the level will be gone too. Where did the bike go, though? There it is. I missed it. I am really missing it. It is so fast. We'll run after it, but it's going to make some distance until I reach it. You kind of need stamina. Oh dear. Well. There we go. We got 2 hits on it for the price of 1. Oh no. Alright, we survived at least. Okay, we're gonna... This is gonna hurt. Please don't break any items. You broke items. And then you immediately put me on strike too? Really? Yeah. Well, now I'm going all in on fighting you, and I'm failing miserably. There we go. I'll do it even if I die. There we go, I killed him. They made me lose money, but I killed him. I don't really like this run, but part of getting better at the game is not quitting if you get a bad run. Gosh, this run would have been so much better if I didn't lose 95 health to 1 enemy. But we'll have to make do. That should at least increase how much I make, because I think it only destroyed about 2,000, and I made closer to 3,000 off of killing it. Let's go ahead and fill up this cart so that we can... Oh. And now you're gonna summon enemies. And apparently just walk right out of the cart. Could you not? Could you not? I had one run where I picked up the TV and it just immediately went off without missing a single frame. Just 1 to 100. I can't say I'm super fond of items aggroing on me quite that fast. I think it comes to a point where it's like, that's more of a like Gambit type scenario where you pick up the item, you have to just hope it doesn't immediately have a 0-second trigger. I think if I didn't lose that cup, we would have had a clean 30, but we'll have to make do. Yeah, I'm not too fond of this rhino item, but if we want to make a good amount of profit for the shop, we gotta run with it. And so we run with it. And so and. Alright. Hopefully nothing breaks. We're almost there with our first level completed. And there is our level 1 done. How long did that take us? Only 17 minutes. I'm sure we'll have better levels later. But we gotta wait for this thing to give its stamp of approval. And then get out of here. But yeah, I think that I could improve my tumble attacks on Bella. It seems like it's easier to tumble on things if you're just doing a Goomba stomp rather than a tackle. Ooh. 2 strength upgrades. That's really good for a level 1 shop. I do see the gun here. I will have to resist any greed and instead get stun grenades, which... A gun has more potential damage to enemies, but stun grenades are pretty dang valuable in their own right. As for the rest of these, nothing's really catching my eye. I'll just throw a crystal in there, get a little bit of charge. And with any luck, this next level will be a breeze. If it's not a breeze, well, that'd be unfortunate, but we have 2 strength. 2 strength is pretty compelling in my opinion. A lot of issues in the early levels can arise if you run into an item that's a pain to move. So not having that difficulty, much appreciated. Alright, found a love potion. Of course we're in single player, so we don't have to worry about it being all noisy. Nothing in that box, but there's another little potential area for things to spawn. And so we found a little beak. Better than nothing, I suppose. Nothing in those shelves. Nothing in there. In my experience, the more empty spots you find, the higher chance that you're going to find a huge item that's difficult to move. So far, we found just enough, and I'm not certain that's going to happen. Like, now we've found 10,000, so I don't think we're going to find a big 40,000 object. Though there might be a 10,000 object. Speak of the devil. How do I want to play this? Let's throw the miniature items into the cart. Ah, who is it? Alright, we got him. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. I tried to tumble him at the end there, but I panicked. I'm pretty sure he was 1 instance away from death. That's... What did I do wrong? Letting myself get stunned reduced how much time I had. That's the biggest error I made there. Not immediately tumbling, and also not immediately finding a hiding spot. Both of those would have been better. If my call is right that I was 1 tumble away from killing it, I should have immediately attacked. If my call is wrong, I should have immediately gone underneath something that would have saved me. Alright, we have a bit of an obby here. Don't worry, I've played enough Roblox, I know how to do an obby. I suppose it's starting to appear that I don't know how to do an obby, but that's fine. There... Oh! Okay, the item got lightly damaged, however, there's a higher point I'm aiming to reach. And it's this one. There isn't always something up here. In this case, there was not anything up there. But there could have been. Now we're going to grab this and throw it into the cart. Looks like we have a dead end here. I like to clear my dead ends. Very nice. Maybe I can make something of this run. I'll grab the egg later. For now, we have to figure out what we're dealing with. Ah. That is not something an egg can eliminate. Even if I did my absolute darndest, I'd probably fail. Still, I suppose I can always give it my absolute best. Wait, did it break? Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's not working. You know what? Why must we play without any risk, right? Let's play with a little bit of risk. And if it happens that we die in the process, then we die in the process. And if we prevail instead, then it's all worth it. But I am very much aware that this will not murder my targeted foe. Oh dear. Where is it? Oh no. It completely missed him. Alright, let's restart this. I should have considered the possibility that he would send it in the completely wrong direction for me. And then by sending it in the wrong direction, throwing off my whole plot to eliminate him. If any of you have advice, feel free to send it my way, because I am having difficulty today. But we will persevere. I was just planning on doing a couple tries and giving up, then wouldn't have any potential to get anywhere. What am I doing wrong, I suppose is the question. Oh, there, I know precisely what I did wrong. I didn't even use the egg right. Maybe I'm being too greedy and I shouldn't try so hard to kill any monsters. Yeah, this thing. Gosh, I missed my 2 strength already. Might be able to get a little more this time. It's a level with a quota of 9k. Let's throw the tree in. Another tree in. I know if you can break these off, you can use them as weapons if you do it right. There's one. Can't seem to get the other, though. There we go, I managed to break them both down. So, depending on who our enemy is, I might put those into use. Anything around here? Another tree. Should have a few thousand now, yeah. 8,000. 80. Oh no, 9,000. Get another few hundred. And then anything around here? No. Ah. No thanks. Ah, wait, but I do want to kill it. Let's see if I can do what I meant to. Okay. That wasn't bad per se. Now we duck. We've already gotten 1 hit on it. We've gotten 2 hits on it. Well, I want to attack it, but I think I ought to regain stamina before anything else. There we go. Oh, I missed. Okay, so I think we're at 3 hits on it. Now we're at 4 hits. Nope. 5 hits. Go ahead. Walk up to me again. Miss. We just have to keep at this, and eventually either we'll win or lose. You wanna... There we go. 6 hits. It's going to go up for its kick. We get hit number 7. How many more can you endure, I wonder? I think that was the 8th hit. Yes. One of us is going to give out, and it's not going to be me. Miss. This way? Go ahead, try to laser me. 9. Now you're going to turn around. Miss. Maybe its hat is a protective shield. 10. Just a little further, come on. Miss. Well, you're not supposed to walk away from me. Come on, face me. Oh, I entirely jumped over it. Not quite what I was going for there. Oh really, there's a monster game. You wanted to give me that sound effect to notify me of a monster's presence. 11. Well, it doesn't help that the tumble is a very meticulously difficult thing to use. 11? No, 12. We're at 12 hits. Friend? Miss. Alright, come on. 13. Alright, come on, come on. Surely you're almost dead. I've gotten 13 hits on you. 14. 14 hits on you. Miss. This is actually so slow. Miss. Ah, heck, just freaking die. What is that, 15 hits now? There we go. And it's been put down. That took so much work. But we've done it. We've freaking taken it out. I'm sure that that was profitable, even if some items got slightly damaged in the fight. But yeah, that was like 15 or 16 hits. It costed 75 health plus the 2 hits of furniture I did on it. We still did it, so I'm not complaining too much, but wow. Is that not a very efficient exchange? Like, I do not regret killing it, because 5,800 right there. That's a pretty convincing motivator to want to eliminate an enemy. Maybe if I got better, I wouldn't take as long to kill it. I don't think there's anything I can do about the health drain. Unless there's a way to hit it multiple times. For one hit of my own. Alright, so there's a few items there that I need to grab. Yeah. You desperately want to be looked at? Well, too bad. chip the computer a little, but otherwise throw it in. Nothing else around here. Very well. Then we proceed. Nope, not gonna stare at you. Any items in here? Doesn't seem like it. So far we already have 20,000. Oh, there is an item in here. Or is that my cart? No, there is. 400, but still an item. Another 500. Another 1,700. And that puts us at a lovely 22,000. However, I don't think any of us are happy with just 22,000. There's one item I've been saving for last. And it's mostly because I'm not sure how difficult it'll be to get into the cart. Like right there, I almost damaged it. Come on. Come on. Just fall into the cart. Did I do it? 34,000 level 1. Alright. Funny thing is, even this wouldn't have been enough to get the 2 strength and the gun in the 1 run. But still, 34,000 is definitely a good start. Alright. We'll extract, heal up, and then go into level 2. How long did beating level 1 a second time take? Another 20 minutes. That's rough. 75 health. I think we have pretty good stats going into this. Well, I don't have stats yet, but you know what I mean. What are we working with? Another double strength seed. I'm not complaining. Can we get anything to really top it off? Oh my gosh. This is the one. This is the run. This right here is the run. This is the run we're going to take to level 80 billion. Yeah, I don't think I'm good enough to get to 80 billion, but you get what I mean. This run right here. So, I don't know, for those of you watching, how much repo you know of, but to roughly summarize, first and foremost, strength. Really important. You can get up to 2 strength in a given shop, and it's how you pick up things. If something's heavy, strength makes it less heavy for you. Then the tranq gun is the strongest gun in the game by far. Well, almost. For its price, it is the strongest gun in the game. You hit an enemy, stun them, and then while they're stunned, if there's a pit, you can kill every enemy in the game with it, pretty much, except for, like, the eye that's pit immune. Meanwhile, if there's no pit, you can kill almost every enemy in the game while they're on the ground. And since it's cheaper than most weapons, and one shot can result in a confirmed kill on an enemy, it's phenomenal. Also, enemies can't respawn if they're just stunned, meaning in cases like that, it is objectively better than weapons that are just really good at killing, because it deals with them for longer. The only weapons you can make an argument about, I think, for rivaling are the cart weapons, the cannon, laser. And those definitely have better area of effect potential. I cannot deny that. Goodness, the cannon one-shots almost everything in the game. Nothing around here. Maybe through this door. Oh. My enemy for the level. Here we go. Eh. Could you not? You're gonna make me prioritize you, aren't you? You know what? Go in here. Now we try this again. I feel like my controls are a little strange, but I think it's fine. And anyway, just like that, we killed every enemy in the level. I will quickly run up here and just make sure we got everything. But it's looking like we have everything in the room. This is like a little center room. Everything diverges from here. Then what's over here? Oh, we found another crystal ball. Those things take up a lot of space. That's why I threw the earlier crystal ball in the extraction. I was trying to minimize space used by items. If you've no room in your cart, you can't really run around and put things in. You might also wonder, why am I grabbing so many items? I have enough money to clear the whole level, given 2 extractions of 10,000. Well, I could just clear the level, but then there's all that money that I haven't gotten, and if I go to the shop, that's less that I can buy. To me, I'd rather go to the shop and buy more than to not. I figure it would take much longer to power up, and the game doesn't hold punches on difficulty increasing. Though it would be a little embarrassing if everything after level 1 was easy, and all I struggled with was the first level of the game. But I'm sure that the later levels will give me adequate difficulty so that I don't look like the weirdest repo player ever for only having difficulty on early levels. But it is true that, like, once you get your setup, the game is definitely more manageable difficulty-wise. Because if you get your setup, you know, the items that you do well with, stats to help keep you alive, it's definitely trickier for enemies to kill you. In my later runs, it's rare for a monster to actually kill you directly, as much as it is for a monster to hit you and instantly kill you. It's just kind of a thing in this game where if you keep getting stronger, the only thing that's likely to kill you is a thing that kills you in one hit. And another potion. There's our exit. We have an hourglass here, which slows us in time. I'll throw that right in. And then for our other bounty, a little candle worth 6,000. And that goes right on top of the cart. And now we head over to extraction, because I don't think we can fit all that much more. There we go. Slow and steady wins the race. And just like that, 50,000. Well, I'm pretty happy about that. Made a pretty sizable haul. That was a little concerning briefly, but it was fine. And now we can roll this over. That was what, 50,000? Pretty sure it was 50,000. Almost double what our level 1 was. 34,000. Of course, if I was satisfied with just 50,000, we would finish the level. I am not. Nothing, and that's something. Though that would take up much too much space for the moment. So let's first head through this door. And see if we can find anything smaller. 1,500. Nothing. Alright, I guess that's actually about it for the level then. I'll grab that giant bottle and we'll get out of here. Well, it had a little bit of, you know, there was a mover fee. There was a mover fee. Very standard protocol. Happens all the time. You know, the movers need just a slight payment to move it. And now I have full stamina. Let's push it in, and then I'm going to sprint out of this level. Because I don't really have all that much speed yet. Unfortunately, I don't think I got quite far enough. Yeah. Hopefully that made enough noise that our gun-wielding friend will... Really? I literally made noise over there. Shouldn't you want to investigate that? Yeah, investigate the noise. And speaking of noise, I don't want any of this noise. I'm getting out of here. And just like that, we've successfully escaped. 55,000. About 20,000 better than our level 1. Though, funnily enough, not beating my best level 1. Let's see. There isn't too much you can do to beat Triple Chef. What do I want to buy? Okay, fine. If it's in the shop this early on, I guess I'll grab it. We'll grab the 7K crystals since they're cheaper. And then I should raise my health to 120. And I should also... Oh, I don't have the budget for much. I don't think I can buy any random garbage at this point. Yeah. So I guess that's that. Another level complete, and so we move on. And we'll throw a stun grenade in. I can't imagine there's a whole lot of scenarios where I'll need a stun grenade with a trank in my inventory, but it doesn't hurt. I don't know, maybe I'll encounter a room with 3 enemies I want to stun, and then spending 2k to stun 3 of them is more efficient. And this is only level 3, right? It's an awfully big looking level, just looking at all these rooms on the map. We have Blender right next to spawn. That is actually a good thing. As much as I'd like to complain about having Blender, it's not at all bad to be able to get Blender out of the way. Where is this item marked on the map? There it is. We'll pull the brain out of the trash. And let's just start exploring the level. We'll do the blender, but I want to do the blender closer to extraction time. That thing should be worth a solid 20,000, I believe. And then hopefully we'll run into a few monsters that we can immediately murder. Have a banana in here. Oh, I think I broke something, but it wasn't anything worth money, so it doesn't actually matter. It only matters if it's worth money, and that's what you break. I did think I heard some footsteps, so I might have some adversaries wandering around the museum. Suppose that goes without saying, though. No range or jump upgrades. How unfortunate. I could definitely get it if I jump onto the cart and do some fancy maneuvering. I don't think it's necessary. Let's pour the margarita. No reason to try to keep it safe. Ooh, another silverfish. I'll definitely grab that. I like the gravity items conceptually. However, in the case of margarita, it's just not worth trying to avoid spilling it. And in the case of the tea set, it's worth trying not to spill it. Often, your efforts to avoid ruining the item are met with failure. I think I've done a couple perfect condition tea set extractions, but it's not a very common event. So I'm always very proud of myself if I do manage it. Ah. Hello. It would seem that you've thought to join me. How kind of you. 7,000. A little more than I can throw into the extraction easily, but there is a relatively simple solution. This is also worth 7,000. We'll take it out of the extraction, given that it's less fragile, and then instead we'll put the more fragile of the two into the extraction. And just like that, the greatest problem we could have in the level is no longer in existence, I suppose. Head grab. I have no doubt it will attempt to grab my head. There is, however, one thing it did not consider, and that is that I plan to grab its head. Where where did it go? No, but where did it go? I was going to I there you are. Head grab. You might have thought that you would have me, but instead it is your head that is getting grabbed actively, and a lot of other parts of your body. I'm kind of just grabbing whatever I can to kill you. I guess you could say you've been head grabbed. Alright, we have another monster corpse here. We'll just throw that right into the extraction. Oh, we don't want to fall in the fire. Let's try to avoid that. But yeah, we have enough health to endure one hit from any monster other than a monster throwing us into a pit. I don't plan on needing to endure a deadly strike, but it doesn't hurt to have the health to endure. I did see that caterpillar. I'm just trying to grab a few more little items that can easily fit into my cart and won't hinder my efforts to extract in a little bit. As much as I'd like those two hypnosis machines, I think those will hinder my efforts right now, so we'll save those for the other extraction. For this extraction, we're going to bring the caterpillar up. Like so. And then we're going to walk it around. Oh, it took a light bit of damage. That's acceptable. And once more, we're going to walk it around. Hopefully we'll be able to deliver it without any further complications. If so, I will be rather happy. Sure enough, we did manage to deliver it. We do not, however, want to extract it just yet. Let's try to straighten it out without putting it in. Almost. Just a little further here. And just like that, we have a setup. Now we need to pull the blender into the cart. I have 3 strength, so I think I can do this. There we go. And now that the blender is in the cart, we can just slide this in. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. And I think we have it all in. Very nice. That was probably the harder of the two, given I put a caterpillar, blender, burger, and anything I'm forgetting in there. Like, yeah, that was more than 50,000. Let's go ahead and, unless there's a little item we can easily shove into the cart, just kind of ignore... Like these, sure, I'm willing to quickly grab them. It's no inconvenience for me to fill up the cart with items worth a couple thousand that are that miniature. If it's something bigger, then it needs to wait. Alright, 18,000 as the budget. We can definitely throw a few items in there without needing to worry about going over. This is only 2k. Right, we have the baby head in the side room there. I'll just go fetch that. Go ahead and lift it up. And then walk the baby head over this way. Nice and light, given I have 3 strength. I do hope we keep finding strength. Make this run a lot easier to not have to work to acquire strength. You can definitely go and like buy 10 upgrades that you'll hold in the truck. Try to raise the chance of getting strength. That's going to take a few levels, and if you only get one at a time for the early levels, or sometimes 0, it definitely hinders your run ever so slightly. I don't really care if there's anything in the vent, but I can't resist checking everything anyway. There's a small part of me that's like, what if you miss 2,000? I don't really care if I miss 2,000, but it's the compulsion that counts. Oh. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. I don't think either of my weapons harm it. So I should just ignore it. Better off not confronting it. But yeah, I think that's actually everything in the level. So, just like last level, we'll pause for a moment and regain our stamina. Once our stamina is regained, we'll throw everything in. I think we're going this way. Yeah. Unfortunately, also just like last time, you don't have enough speed to truly get over there before the enemies have a chance to spawn. So there is a very strong chance we might have a friend or two over here. Yeah, that was horrifying. You don't exactly want to see that when you're trying to escape. Alright, just run, just run, just run. Alright, we got out, we got out. And that's our level 3. I want a minimum of 1 strength this shot. This run is so good if we can get a strength here. Yeah, okay. We'll manage. So, priorities. I already have enough weaponry. None of the crystals are on the cheap side. I do want an extra jump. That would help me greatly with those situations. I do want a instance or two of tumble launch to raise my tumble distance. Anything else that I would want. I'll get this out of the game since it can only be used once per game. And then honestly, I think I'll just throw crystals in. Since I do want an indestructible drone. But I'm really in no hurry to find an indestructible drone. Should I, like, buy the crouch rest so that I don't see crouch rest again for a bit? Sure. I wouldn't mind using the crouch rest, but for now I'd like to ensure I don't get... or I don't have another shot where it's 0 strength. Since I'm now going into level 4 without 4 strength, which, it's common. It's kind of what you expect in a given run. But yeah, our tumble distance is now a little further. Oh, I forgot to charge my gun. And now we're going into level 4. Here we go. Did it actually charge? It did not. Alright. So, as you can see, the difference between level 3 and 4 is pretty apparent. There's much less money that you actually have to get for the extractions, since last level was 18,000, this level's 11. The key difference you might notice is that there's 3 extractions. So instead of 2 18s, which is 36,000, it's 3 11s, which is 33,000. This is actually in an overall easier level. A little more difficult to stack a bunch of items maybe, but Yeah, it's kind of funny how that happens sometimes in this game where your next level might be easier than your... Oh, what am I doing here? I need to stun you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very nice. I'll just put this in the extraction, I dare say. No point in using cart space. Now we only killed the weaker of the... well, more the middle point of the 3 enemies. That was a tier 2. And the problem is going to be a tier 3 if it is a problem. That's not to say a lower tier enemy can't do some damage. Some of the most dangerous enemies for pits are lower tier enemies. Which means a lot of high tier enemies are less dangerous in the high levels. It's a funny little phenomenon. I don't really want to waste ammo on it, but I know if I leave it alive, it could find a reason to be mad at me. So we'll have to kill it just to ensure it leaves me alone. Ah. You're gonna throw it, aren't you? Right this way. You're probably gonna damage that one item I just found, yeah. Acceptable. The loss of whatever that item is acceptable. Come on. Just go down, won't you? Yeah? Roll after me. And detonate. Alright. And now we have dealt with one of the... or no, we've dealt with all 3 of the problems now. But you can see why cleanup crew there is a significant concern compared to Bella, who I was able to kill and kind of just forget about. Heart Hugger is... it announces itself so readily, and its attack is so slow. Usually you won't be caught off guard by it. Any monster can catch you off guard, though. Even the loudest, if your guard is dropped. Though, if you want to know who's most likely to catch you while your guard is dropped, it's the ones that can sometimes be silent. Huntsman, Robe, Upscream. Thankfully, Upscream doesn't do a lot of damage on its own. The real concern of Upscream is it pits you. Because monsters do like a good pit. I think I'd rather set this down, actually. And then go wheel this over. See if we can stack this heavy item on it. Come on. But yeah. I've done my best to learn what I can about the game. Just so I can, I guess, perform better in more situations. And yet there's still so much to improve on. The fact that I struggled to get a good start to this for a while, like now that we're going, I'm pretty happy. But it did take us a while to get to a point where I'm just kind of clearing levels. I think it goes to show just how kind of broken the trank gun is. The fact that it someone who is struggling with level 1 buys the trank gun and suddenly any monster I face can be dealt with for the most part. Alright. Now we're going to roll this off. Genuine question, can I just... let me not jump on it. Can I just fit it like this? I don't like doing it this way. Let's stand it up. There we go. Can we... No. No, 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 no. I want a little more money. Nope, I want a little more. Nope, I want a little more money. I don't know what that sound was, but nothing actually happened. The way my screen shook and whatnot, you would have thought something happened, but no. So we already know there's a 3D printer here. Worth a sizable few thousand. And then we saw a bonsai tree in here. Another bonsai. And a little cup. Anything else in here? Nope. Honestly, this is probably an extraction right here. Between this cart and that one big item, we should have about 50 or 60,000. And if we need 30,000 for the level, I might not need to be good at math to answer that that's more than half whatever I'm looking for. There we go, everything's in. Because if the goal is about double the total, then I imagine there's only going to be like 10,000 more. Who knows? Maybe I'm far off the mark. Oh shoot. I fell down instead of doing what I needed to there. Guess we'll find out. Let's see how much more we find. We've already found 55,000. I don't know how many rooms are left. There are 2 more extractions remaining. But like, a big item takes so much of the budget, so... I can't expect to find all that much more. Yeah, see, this room was just completely empty. What about over here? Anything? A little uranium bowl, sure. Anything else here, or just the bowl? 3 more items. A phone. And the phone does ring. Boy, does the phone ring. It absolutely can catch monster attention by making noise and calling things over. We're going to want more room to grab more money. So we're going to set the money bag down by this extraction. I'm not going to activate that extraction for the relatively simple reason of the game's difficulty goes up when you do the last extraction of the level. If the difficulty goes up when you do the last extraction, then you want the last extraction to be as close to spawn as you can make it. That is my closest to spawn. Unfortunately pretty far, but still closer than over here. And so we want to make room, especially since, yeah, I see that item. So I guess there's still one more big item to take my focus. You can hear the phone ringing. Anything up here? There is a little item here. Now we're gonna jump over this ledge. Throw... Come on. You don't need to break. Anything up here? There's 2 items up here. And just like that, we've generated another 16,000. Ah. I'm going to be honest, this might be a little challenging. The easy thing, I could easily just close this extraction right now. Not even have to think about it. But I have a big item I need to bring up here. Of course, I plan to persevere. Anything else I can take out and put in here? Sure. It's only 600, but it'll make ever so slightly more room. Now that item. That item. I know roughly how I want to do this, I just need to execute it. Alright. Let's go ahead, run back over, and now we can drag it in. Okay, that's a little progress. Can we make a little more? Yeah, no drones makes this definitely more challenging. More challenging does not mean impossible. I've seen... It's easy to become dependent on drones. If you are not used to having high strength, feather, and 0 gravity, and if you have difficulty not breaking things, the indestructible. Though, I also like indestructible for the benefit of you don't have to waste time being careful. Alright, we can throw this right onto the cart. Come on, you're almost there. Now, will it stay on the cart? Is this gonna work? Oh? I would say this is working. No, 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 no! It just lost about 6,000. Darn it, I was so close. If I had a little bit of range, I think I could have recovered that. Alright. What if we do it backwards and push it this way? Not give it the chance to desperately fall off and make us lose theoretical profits. There we go. And now, another extraction complete. Once we finish this next one, we'll have the level complete. And we've gotten, as far as I can tell, every item. I'm sure if I were to purchase a valuable tracker and throw it on, it would tell me I'm missing one random item scattered in a corner. No, you don't. You don't get to run away. Where I need more profits. Another 3,900 for me. Alright. Hopefully that's the only enemy that's respawned. Well, it's not going to matter much in a moment when I respawn every enemy, but it's a thought that counts, right? We do this last extraction, the enemy is respawn. Well, I'm not seeing any other problems, so let's just throw it in and get the heck out of here. Ah, there's an item I missed. Yeah, you always try your best to get every item. Does not mean you do. Ah. Well, there's one of our problems. What to do? I could throw a trank shot at it, but I don't really feel like I need to. Oh, everyone's in here, huh? Now's my chance. The path is clear. We've done it! We've done it, everyone. We got out of level 4. Not bad at all. Now... I'm trying to think. What do I want to pick up here? Definitely the tumble wings. I need increased mobility so that I can run through levels faster. Another tumble launch would be handy. I do want to hit 4 strength, so we'll throw in a strength. Yeah, this is what I'm currently working with for anyone who wants to see. One range. 2 range. And of course, 3 range. And just like that, we've now garnered quite a lot of range. We'll throw some energy crystals in. Not seeing any exciting drones. This is a little piece of garbage we can throw in and filter it out of the game. Yeah, I think that about does it, right? I mean, I guess I can grab a 100 heal just as an emergency. And just like that, we're in the truck again. I am going to step away for a moment. Shouldn't take me long. Alright. 4 strength. 3 range. Another tumble launch and tumble wings. Alrighty, we are gaming. We're going into level 5 now. I am... wonder, how's my volume? Let me... yeah. Oh yeah, my volume's fine. Okay. Just wanted to double check. The audio quality is good. We are going... let's see... Alright, I wanted to check something. But going into level 5 now, I think we're on first moon. I have 4 strength, which is just enough to lift this up. Not very well, but we can lift it. That's a great thing, because it means I can throw this into the extraction and not have to drag it around. It almost takes up the entire thing, but it doesn't. Let's see. Looks like we have 2 separate dead ends here to explore. And so we'll start with this one. There's my extra jump. I thought I had extra jump, but I was having difficulty spotting it in my list. Should have 2 tumble launch. Yeah, so I can do this. How fast can I spin it? Actually pretty fast, and it's funny considering I was able to spin it without it splashing. And this room, which I'm pretty sure in later levels is a pit room, but right now, completely safe. Totally empty, which I wasn't fully expecting. I'm not sure what the deal is there, why it's just completely empty, but I'm not complaining. Let's get this in. Ah, it's this room. And 2 of them. However, is that an extraction? It actually is. That offers me a simple solution to having 2 of these blocks, and dear golly, that thing. Right, one problem at a time. Now that I've confirmed what's in this room, let's actually just move on. We already know our final extraction. Handy to handle those before they have an opportunity to be a problem. I am consciously aware that I don't know the problem of the U. Would there be a pit in there? There is a pit. That simplifies matters greatly. It's since there's a pit, I don't have to think all that hard about killing it. Let's see. Nothing up here. A traffic light's probably taking up most of the level. Feels a little unfortunate to extract this little, but I can already tell that the final's going to be pretty big. The final extraction's likely to be about 50,000. I don't think I need to feel disappointed here. Wonder if I should try multi-streaming again. I wouldn't be opposed to trying it again. Well, maybe for another day, since we've already started this one. But yeah, the idea of multi-streaming doesn't seem too bad to me. It'd be nice if I could get a consistent schedule on streaming, becoming a streamer rather than... I don't know, I feel like some of my stronger content ends up being the videos uploaded rather than the streams. It's funny how that is. I don't understand my own content enough to say much on that other than just, yeah. It seems like the videos are my stronger of the two. Maybe it's because I'm better at making informative content than I am making multi-hour long things where I'm trying to entertain. That's always possible. Oh dear. Yeah, my mouse is currently having problems. I'm not trying to drop these, but the mouse just kind of letting go. One of these days I'll get a new one. Don't want to lose the cart. Gotta be a little careful around those. Ah, there's the item. I was trying to figure out where it is, and I just couldn't. It is so satisfying to kill an enemy just by swiping and they're in a pit. It's a real pity that you can only do that for a small portion of the levels, because pits happen on almost no maps until I think level 4. And then pits are still pretty rare until level 6. Though I think we're on level 5, so maybe 5 is when they stop being rare. Interesting. Nothing. Now there's something. I don't know if I have room in the cart for it. No, I do. Anything around here? Seems like that's about all. Oh right, the margarita. And now 36,000 for this extraction. Press the button, slide it in. And we've done it! now we just patiently wait for the stamp of approval and move on to the final extraction, which we all know it's going to be a little more difficult. What am I? Oh, you. We get one more chance. We got it. Sure, I'm not complaining. Just kind of flew up to me and offered me a couple thousand. Yeah, there are a lot of pits in this level now that I am looking. I don't know, I don't think I really processed the pits much. Just kind of a thing that's there and you have to dodge, but otherwise is relatively safe. Yeah, once I've played enough of this game that I think my sense of danger— oh no, my mouse let go. Oh no, that's really unfortunate. I should have tried to really hold it tightly, because that's 5 grand lost. Right. Well, we'll have to make do. Can't believe I struggled so much with freaking level 1 and now I'm just zooming through higher levels. Okay, apparently I never stared at the traffic light, so it's just not marked on the map at all. Oh no, there it is. I don't know why I couldn't see it before. We jump up, is what I was hoping I would do. I did not do that. We try again. But this time, we succeeded, I notice. That's fine. Now, stronger, the light being stuck on the ground or the cart? Alright, well that answers that question, doesn't it? The cart's stronger. The heck? For a moment it was telling me my stream was down. Okay, well, it's working again now. Yeah, I've never understood the whole it's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming thing. I don't know fully what causes it. Alright, well, we need to stand this up. Gosh, I have to resist clicking it when it's red. So on one hand, I just want to get a move on. But I have to remember to be consciously aware that if I press it while red, not only will I likely take damage, but I'll also likely lose tens of thousands. And just like that, we made it without any danger this time. And so, we've escaped level 5. Alright. Indestructible? Yes, please. Decisions. This game is making me face decisions. First and foremost, I have enough launch and wings. I do not need more launch and wings. Alright. We need to manipulate what can appear. So I will begrudgingly buy those two. I think... Yeah, we need to manipulate what can appear, so we need to buy things that won't appear in other shops. Some of these I don't plan on ever buying for the rest of the run. Others will be bought again. I just need to stack my stats. I definitely have subpar strength. Alright, what am I using of these? None, I think. Yeah, for now, none. Later, I'll use the speed, get maybe 3 speed, and then I'll start stacking crouch rests just so I can regain stamina in the late game. Well, we're in what I would consider hard mode now, being level 6. Since this is when the difficulty kind of sharply increases. It did sound like Loom gave up on killing me. Which, while unexpected, is not something I dislike per se. But very unexpected, actually. I don't know why Loom would decide against killing me. About 48,000 is our goal. If I just fly up, can I make it not target me? Because I wouldn't complain about that one. Let's see. Well, we'll worry about things later. Right now we have a delivery to make. And this is not a delivery I will allow to be late. Here we go. Sure, we'll take this out. Ah. I see that you finally arrived. Wow, you really don't want to fall into that pit, do you? Unfortunately, I just can't. Yeah, see, you're just not landing where I want you to land, and it's rather obnoxious. But fine, we'll just kill you the old-fashioned way. Even if I was trying to pit you. Well, there's a couple little items here. Might as well grab them. No, nothing around here. Four extractions, that's funny. You hit 4 extractions so quickly, and then you don't hit 5 extractions until almost 10 levels from when you hit 4. Guess just a little quirk of the difficulty. Another miniature. Thought I heard something around here, but I don't see anything. Well, if nothing wants to show its face, I will not hesitate to fill my cart further. Make this run a little stronger. Maybe if I go around here. Not enough range. Have to go as far as to actually walk over to it. When I get more range, that won't be as big of a problem, but for now... Yup, yup, yup. Right. One of those 3 items can be easily thrown into this cart. One of them. Another can be thrown into the cart without significant difficulty. And the other one, yeah, it's gonna have to be walked back. All right. That's one down. Hopefully the other one gives me just as little difficulty. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have enough strength to just easily lift it over, but I have enough to lift it over, so I can't complain too much. Here we go. Looks like it's in the cart, so I'm happy. And then, just like that, it's all in the cart. Now for the sword. And we can just throw this all in. Very nice. Two cubes and one sword should mean that nothing can hinder me too greatly. Ah, an enemy. You poor thing. Running into me. You might have lived if you didn't run into me. Unfortunately, the fate where you lived just wasn't in the cards. I don't know how far I want to go today. Honestly, I probably would have already have stopped if I wasn't trying to do a good amount of streaming. So rapid. We'll just push this on up. And then bring this back on down. Alright. A big hand. If I remember right, if you interact with it, it's a bit squishy. I think I can make this throw. Well, it was in, and then it was out. But it was in briefly, so I think that counts. No, we found the extraction that I probably will do as my second. But we need some items to bring to it. Did I go up here? I seem to be for gore. Yeah, I think I'm gonna activate this. Then I just need to run over and grab the hand. Lift it up. Alright, I think we have a good grip on it. Could you imagine how big this creature must be? I think its whole arm plus hand is longer than my body. Now this room can be a little tricky. It's a bit narrow and difficult to navigate if you have anything huge. We might not have anything huge in here, in which case this will be easy enough. Ah. It would appear I used my legs to break my fall. What? Let's try that one again. Well, we found an item. Well, it sorta landed, it just shattered on landing. It also landed, but then fell out. I'm noticing... Okay, I think I lowered my fall damage by bringing out the wings. But yeah, I don't think we want to put it in at that orientation. Pretty sure that other room must be an extraction. Well, I have room for the book. Right. Probably going to need to extract. Probably. Alright. Let's confirm that I already know it's an extraction. Now we're going to just wheel ourselves around a little. No, you don't. Then wheel around again. There we go. Another successful extraction. Well, one of the two items I can definitely throw into the cart. The other I'm probably gonna have to walk back. Oh. I see. There's a goblin. Anything else to be aware of? No. Then we can just bring this over here. Then bring this down here. Just gotta grab the cart, complete this extraction. And then we'll move on to number 4. The last one. Let's throw it in. We profit again. Oh, right on time. We've been marked for death. Oh dear. I didn't quite expect you to arrive so soon. It really is so satisfying to watch an enemy just dissolve. Oh, no, 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 no. Gave me a heart attack there. I wasn't sure if I could escape in time. Thankfully, I managed to repel it. Would have tried to gamble away my health. We don't want to gamble away our health. That's bad for our health. So I'll wander over this way. go up these steps. I don't see any enemies wandering in, trying to murder us. Though, it might be a good idea to regain my stamina. You know, just in case. And then another. Hopefully I was close enough. Looks like I was close enough. Everything's fully charged. That's an enemy. It tried to hit me, but it failed. We're just kinda gaming. Alright, what are we looking at for this one? A crystal. Boom. There we go, we want to see the 2 strength. And what, pray tell, can we afford other than this? Tumble climb to filter. I think I'm aiming for 8 range. So I'll get 1 batch of 2 range and then later a batch of 3 range. And then let's grab this to filter it out. Whoops. Later I will pop all 3 of my sprint speeds. Because I do indeed want that. I do indeed want some sprint of the speed variety. It's just not high on my priority list at the moment. There we go. So I'm just thinking, if I use my 3 sprint speeds now, I then have to buy it back and the price goes up very sharply. So for now, we're just going to keep feeding ourselves some strength, some might, get some muscles on our bones. What do we have here? 3 grand. This room. I guess the level just started, so it wouldn't hurt to waste time climbing up these stairs. And what do we have up here? Nothing. Well, now that we've finished wasting time going up these stairs, oh. Oh, hi. Let's throw you over here. Nope. I did feel like my cursor was over it, but it was, like, it turned yellow. Maybe the game bugged, and that's why it didn't grab it. Speedy thing goes in, speedy thing goes out. Speedy thing goes in, speedy thing goes out. Yeah, those doors are fragile. Good old GLaDOS. Well, I feel like this should be relatively easy to quickly drag over. Oh? Well, hi, friend. It would seem you had a bad case of thinking you could kill me. No, 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 please. Yeah, you're gonna force my hand. Alright. Now we throw it in. Do 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 do. All right. Let's just wheel this through. Stand it upright. Have it get caught on who knows what. And just like that, fully charged. Now we just need to wander on over. Yeah, not finding a whole lot. Nothing. Double nothing. There we go. Well, this might be our final. Just not coming across a whole lot, are we? Okay, got a little tape. Another candidate for final. That might be ever so slightly more straightforward. So that will probably be what makes the difference. A whole lot of rooms of nothing. Obviously that means something is about to take up our entire economy. Something is going to be our whole budget. I'd love it to just be a room of explosive barrels. Those items are small, easy to move. Well. Yeah, I need to get a new mouse. Maybe I'll do it this weekend. Well, this couldn't be what the yellow dot was for, since I just spotted it. Yep, there's the item I was looking for. Little problem I have is that the cart's kind of full. So I don't actually think that I can do much here. Oh. Game, please. Sure. I wasn't trying to safely grab that item. Alright. Ooh, is that Birthday Boy? I don't think I've killed one of these this run. Obviously, we corrected that absence. We've killed him. Right. Maybe we'll make this the last item we throw in. Because I figure we have a pretty full extraction at this point. Especially given we haven't even done the first. This card is really the part that's completely full. I could probably fit a little more in. Please don't fall again. Yeah. Oh, no! Oh, and look, it destroys something worth far more than its entire existence, and suddenly it's able to fit fine. Freaking heck, that was 4K. This fan is not 4K. Almost want to grab more, but I don't think there's anything else to grab. Oh well. We'll just have to make do of 60,000 for the first extraction. Yeah, I'm inclined to say that this room right here will be my... There's a yellow dot on the map. Ah. This room here will be my final. And if that's the case, I can just throw this bag down here. We're on level 7 at the moment. I know we have a few miscellaneous items that we need to try dragging out. No, let's not try to shortcut it. Because if I mess up, I lose the 10,000. Alright. I think I can just wheel this over. Did I hear what I thought I heard? Yeah, you're not getting away that easily. You costed me 4,000. This is the second time this level that something has costed me 4 freaking thousand. And then since I missed you, you cost me another bit. Hopefully next time that enemy learns to not freaking interrupt my extraction efforts. Also, we have an orb on the ground worth thousands. I wasn't going to put this in the cart, but it would be slightly easier to move if it's on the cart. Just making sure there are no pits behind me that I'm going to walk backwards into. Ah, it did fall. I'd say that's fine though. Now we just walk backwards again. Walk backwards once more. Yeah, this won't easily be convinced to rise. costs too much for me to just throw it in. Oh, you. Yeah, earlier today, you would have been a significant challenge. Right at this exact moment, however, you're not worth my time. Okay. Oh, this is significantly heavy. All the more important then for me to not mess this up. If we can pull this extraction off, we'll have a huge pile of money. The key thing being we need to pull it off. Alright. Oh. Now let's wheel this around. Alright. Then 1 and 2. That's just a straight 90,000. There's no money bag in there. That's just great profiting. Where to next? Oh dear. It's a pit room. Yeah, I didn't think there'd be anything worth my time down here, but I still wanted to check. Did have to handle a gnome, but that's fine. Get this into the cart. Yeah, no. Don't even try me. Don't even try me. I'm already pretty mad that that fan and head each costed me 4,000 each. Hmm. In it goes. Another 16,000 to shave off the bag and put into our pile of money. There we go. Ah. That's a frog. Am I able... Whoa. Didn't think it would succeed in hitting me, to be honest. However, I'd say 3,800 is worth the 10 health that I lost. Not seeing any other problems around. Let's throw this in here. Regain our stamina. And now that is a sizable payout. Ah. No choice. It was in my way. Holy. Yeah, okay. Well, he made it out alive, so that's a plus. Wouldn't it be awkward if I was like mute or something? But now I'm not. Yay. We'll throw the crouch rest down so that this won't happen again where you don't get 2 strength in a given level. I don't think I really care about any of these items anymore. I will fill up on health. It's one of the #1 ways to not die is to not die. Yeah, I figured some items would miss. And apparently a lot of items missed. Alright, what are we working with? Well, I think that's a pretty good extraction. Yeah, I only want to buy range again when it's and quantity of 3. Then I guess I have to buy it one more time to filter it out, so I need to buy 6 more range, but only use 3 more. I don't know if there is a cap on range or not, but yeah, I only want so much. I won't worry about getting my sprint and crouch up until I have my strength sorted. Alright, I'm going to take another break and then we'll enter level 8. Alright. Level 8 we go. Level 8 we go. Throw you into the cart. Hmm. I guess we'll grab the sword. Not much else to do. Ah, I didn't see that before. It appears even now my character has not spotted it. There we go. Much as I'd like to do cool tricks, I don't have a spare cart that I can use if I lose that. Little sparkly wand. There we go. Alright, I'm liking how things are going so far. Hopefully things keep going well. No, nothing over there. Oh, that's something. Nothing. I guess we'll go down here. I always hope that I find nothing because items here are a pain to take out. Because of all these barrels and pillars. Way more hassle if you find something than if you don't. Yeah, that's better. Not finding anything. So we can just clear out of there. Got a couple more rooms to explore. And a gift from an alien. Yeah, probably didn't see that one coming, did you? Ah. It's you. Alright, another handled. Hopefully this doesn't become a recurring thing. I don't want to have to kill an entire level one by one as every enemy walks towards me. Alright. I'm not sure how I want to handle monster orbs once they get dangerous to have. Would it be better at a certain point in the game to not collect them? Probably not better. Because of the whole... They help make killing monsters more worth it. Yeah, we do have some items in here. anything around here. Little beak. And now what's up here? Throw it in the cart. Back up a little. I'll just bring you right down. If it gets damaged, oh well. I'm not too fond of the goblin item because of its shape and low value for its size. Because like a potion is worth more than this. Is smaller than the goblin. Doesn't have a weird shape that makes it difficult to fit. I will choose this over the goblin if the game forces me to make a decision. It would not be a difficult choice for me to choose the item worth 6,000 over some random piece of garbage worth 2,000. There we go. Let's make a little more space here. Now let's get this first extraction complete. All right. Yeah, I didn't think it would want to be in that easily. Well, what about this? Will that work? Okay, you know what? If this works, I'll just do it this way. To heck with whatever seems sensible. There we go. Slide it in. 86,000 for... No, you don't. 86,000 first extraction. Now it should despawn, right? Oh, shoot. Well, that's why I bought the health. It kind of threw a tantrum over me injuring it. Oh, that's a Reaper. We're going to be eating good tonight. We're going to be throwing this Reaper right into an acid pit and making a good 6,000. Very, very nice. Now, where were we? I think this extraction over here is going to be our final extraction. So let's go ahead and run up these stairs and place the money bag down so we can have it set up for later. And then we can continue with the rest of the level. Yeah, 70,000's in the bag. We should be... I want to say that's about half of the level, but I have no idea at this point what half is. Let's see. We haven't been through this room yet, so this room ought to be a good start. Let's not drop the cart into the pit. Grab this 2,500 gem and throw it in. Completely empty. Nothing down here. There might be something up here though, so let's quickly fly up. An alchemy set. Those are always worth a pretty penny. Let's go ahead and grab this wand. You can throw that into the cart. Now let's go ahead and jump back up. Grab the alchemy set. We're going to make it indestructible because this thing is fragile. Do you hear these sounds it's making? It would completely have broken by now if I didn't make it indestructible. But it doesn't matter because it can't break. So we're just going to swing it on through here. Get it through this pit. I'm really glad I didn't just like walk into that pit there. I think I almost kind of pit myself. And that would have been embarrassing if I ended this run. We're currently on level 8 right now. If I lost on level 8 because I just walked in a straight line in a pit, a little embarrassing. This is solo, so no one can resurrect me if I make a mistake. In that sense, I really wish I could do multiplayer, but I mean, the whole point of the solo is to improve my own consistency. If I can reach level 8 without dying, then that means I'm a better teammate if I play with other people, because then I won't be dying and leaving them with a dead body to take care of and whatever, without any upgrades that I had taken. I'm gonna open this up, nothing in there. Open these cabinets. I didn't quite perform the jump the way I had wanted. Not seeing anything else around. Nothing. You're just kind of waiting to kill me, aren't you? Oh, would you look at that? That was such a smooth shot. Right as it was launching down to pounce on me and eat my face. Boy, would it have eaten my face if it had connected. But it doesn't matter because I pulled off probably one of my best shots I've ever done in this game. I don't think I've done a more impressive shot than that. Alright, but let's grab this gravity potion. We can walk it over, throw it into the cart. I do want that broom, but I think it might be a little difficult to get the broom right now without knowing where I'm going to be taking the broom. So we'll just keep filling up our cart. I do need to get up there and determine if there are any items that we might want to bring down. Well, that's one item I want to bring down. I think I have enough range to just kind of set it down there. Yeah, that works. Then this is a light and small item, so I can just throw that into the cart. Don't even need to bring it down carefully. And then one more little item. It did get chipped, but what can you do, right? Sometimes items get chipped. And now I still don't know where I'm taking all of this. It sounds like there's an extraction through this door, so I guess this is where I want to extract. We'll open that up. And why don't we grab some of these items? Let's start with this chalice. This is a light item. You know what? I'm curious. Can I make this shot? 3, 2, 1. I did not make that shot. You know what? I don't think there was a chalice. Whatever I was saying about a chalice, completely hallucinating. don't know what you're talking about. Don't mention anything about things that aren't real, you know? Oh, there's Elsa. We gotta pet the dog. Who's a good girl? You're a good girl. You're a good girl. You still want pets? How you are demanding, Elsa. You know what? I'm gonna just walk away from you. You still want more pets? How many pets do you want? Calm down. There we go. Okay. Elsa, do you know if there are any items in here? Looks like a couple potions. I know one's like a spider potion or something. I originally thought it was like a poison. Ah. Don't want to let that thing see me or it's gonna destroy this potion of mine. I'd rather not destroy this potion I'm holding. 4,000 is 4,000, even if I might not be necessarily treating these items with the respect they might require. And then let's get that spider bottle. Yeah, if you break this, a bunch of spiders apparently start pouring out, which is probably fantastic if someone has arachnophobia. Thankfully, I'm not going to be doing any special tricks with this, so we don't really have to worry about anything like arachnophobia. So, it's in the extraction. I think there was a... Oh, that's the alien and Reaper at the same time. Okay. Let's handle the alien first. Pretty easy. We just throw it in the lava. I don't think I'm grabbing that. That was running circles around me. Alright. And now for the Reaper's turn, taking a bath. Yeah, these enemies, they don't like taking baths. They go, oh, you're gonna give me a bath? Yeah, I'd rather die. And, well, they rather die, so they die. Kinda straightforward when you put it like that. Let's move this so there's a little bit of room for this to fall. You know, get a better fit in here. Gosh, I wish they had the ability to give your character a fit. I know that that's an upcoming update, but it isn't in the game quite yet. So no special fits without mods. Did I hear another enemy, or am I just imagining things? I think I'm imagining things. Let's go ahead and make the broom indestructible. I don't think I'm likely to break it, but if I make it indestructible, I can speed up this whole process quite a bit. And it's in. And since it's in, we can just swing that cart in. Let's swing it in a little more. Make sure there's no chance of the cart getting smashed. And just like that, the extraction is complete. I think we might be done with the level. We still have to do the other extractions, but I don't think there are any items left around. We'll find out if I'm mistaken, but I really don't think I am. Yeah, if you look at the map, pretty much everything has been explored. So we'll just walk over here and then go ahead and do another lava extraction. I saw one person suggest that's not lava, but actually molten gold. And I guess I can kind of see it. It's kind of a golden color, not a lava color. Though, where the heck are they getting molten gold from? I believe lava. It just seems more conventional. If you have enough molten gold that you can fill out a moat or something, why aren't we just scooping out the molten gold? Throw it into a bucket. Probably could get billions instead of however many thousand we're being paid right now. So one more extraction and we've escaped this level. And then once we're out of this level, we'll be able to enter level 9. Which, I think level 9 has a slight difficulty increase, but it's going to be about as easy as this level for us. The next actually noteworthy increase in difficulty will be level 10. So for now, we'll just throw this bag in, you know, get that bag. Then we'll grab the alchemy stand and we'll just casually drag that in. Alright, no fancy tricks. Just going to go down. I think we might... Yeah, we didn't have enough time to... Oh, I missed a mushroom. That's unfortunate. Yeah, there will be enemies in front of us. Nothing we can do about that. Oh dear. So many enemies. So many enemies. Alright, pet the dog. Throw the alien into the pit. Throw another enemy into the pit. Oh dear. I think I lost my gun. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This is the opposite of what I want to be seeing. Oh, there's my gun. Small blessings, right? Now that we've found my... Yeah, that thing desperately wants to kill me. Please, Elsa. Please, you're so needy. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, we're doing it, we're doing it. Get out of here. Get out of here before something goes wrong. We're doing it, come on. And we've made it to the shop. That was actually a little nerve-wracking. So many enemies coming out and struggling to keep up with all of them. Well, that's 2 strength upgrades for us. That'll bring us to 9 strength. Increase what we can lift, you know, improve our range a little bit. We get 1 extra jump. More jumps mean less likely to get killed by pit. 2 more health upgrades because, again, I don't want to die. And if I improve my stats, I'm less likely to die. We will buy that crystal. And sure, recharge drone. I'm never going to use it, but I'll buy it anyway. And I think that's our shop, so let's get a move on. Because I'm really hoping to do something impressive. I mean, that one shot earlier was absolutely crazy. I don't know if I'm likely to trump that per se, but who knows. I have time to get a more impressive feat. Let's throw everything in here, make sure we're not going without equipment. And level 9. So going into level 9, we have 1 extra monster. Same thing will happen with level 10. It's just, with level 9, the monster you get is less significant than the level 10 one. Other than that, of course, level 10 is Second Moon, which makes it so you can't hold monsters for very long, or you get penalized. And the penalty being you blow up. You get overcharged and explode. Right now, though, we're not on level 10, so I can pick up monsters with relative impunity. Rather, the concern is that my strength is only 9, so I can't pick up the absolute worst of the monsters. I am looking forward to being able to kill the majority, though, without needing any ammunition to be consumed. The game changes starting level 10. Becomes a lot more about evaluating when you use a weapon versus when you use your strength. It's technically possible to get enough strength to pick up any possible monster in the game by the before you reach level 10, but I think it requires a series of perfect shops. Considering you only get 9 shops and up to 2 strength per shop, you need 13 to be able to pick up anything. So All in all, not very probable to roll that consecutively. You're more likely to do it later when you have the chance to get some items out of your shop. Yeah, no, not dealing with that. Nothing over here. It's probably gone. Let's start flying up and seeing if there's anything up here. Ah. Well, it appears that there is indeed something up here. Freaking heck. Okay. We'll throw that in. We'll grab the propane. Also throw the propane in. And now I'm not sure what I'm doing. I guess throw this in. This fits. We need to empty the cart. If we empty the cart, then we can grab those bigger items, the ones that are also worth more. So let's see. We'll just take everything out, honestly. Yeah, I forgot about the soul. The soul does like to cut things, you know. I probably should have remembered that. Yeah, now I can actually grab Shadow Child for one single level without any negative consequences. And you better believe I will abuse that to always make Shadow Child leave. Starting next level, it's going to charge my grabber, and I have to decide, is it really worth attacking the enemy that I want to attack? But right now, we're eating good. Let's see. Let's start with the less explosive of the two choices. We can throw that in. Ah, is that who I think it is? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Probably doesn't work all that well for you that I have more range than you do. Of course, my one weakness is that I can't see him and have to go by like footprints and the smoke in the air from his breathing. You really might want to get that checked out. I think he's breathing more than normal. Okay, you know what? Let's actually switch these. Because I kind of want the explosive barrel in the cart, given it's explosive, and it's less likely to explode if it's in the cart. I don't really like having to walk this all the way over, but if we have to... Oh, you know, that's the mover fee. It's like what I was saying earlier, you know, sometimes the mover just wants a little share of the pie. And I think that we're obligated to let the mover get their share of the pie. It's not like the items actually get changed by getting damaged. Well, except for the egg. The egg is the one exception. That item, when it gets damaged, actually will have its sprite changed. Sprite? Appearance? Whatever. Now, I don't think I'm ready to extract just yet. I could extract, but generally you want to be a little greedy with these. If I extracted right now, I'd have about 35,000. And when you consider there's 88,000 in the level, we want a pretty big first extraction to make the rest of the extractions have a little more budget. The idea is that some are going to be easier, some are going to be harder. Oh my gosh, this eye. It's better to make one of the easiest extractions one of the biggest, because if you get an extraction that doesn't permit much, you can just kind of skip it, throw the bag in, not even work out anything about it. Anything in here? Indeed. However, there might be an extraction nearby. Ah, this room. This is what I like to call the death room. It's because if you enter this room, you are much more likely to die than from any other room in the game. That's really all there is to it. No other room is as likely to kill you than the one I've dubbed the death room. It's not to say there aren't pits in other rooms, but let's be honest, only one pit really holds up to the title of death room. Anyway, we will want to this. This is another 10,000, and I figure it'll be making our first extraction all the more worthwhile. So now we can just start walking over, wheel this to the extraction. I always am a little nervous when I do that trick. It saves time, however, there is always a small chance that I might just fly off the edge, fall into a pit, have the run end because I was trying to save a couple seconds. Would I regret it? I mean, probably. Would I do it again? Also probably. But let's go ahead. We're going to slide this in. We do have the explosive barrel. We can't forget the item that could explode and kill us if we did something wrong. Throw it all in. We've made the big money. And we have 25,000 in the bag. We have 22,000 in the bag. I guess I miscounted. Yeah, I must have just seen the wrong number. That math stuff, math is pretty difficult. What? Did I hear a door open? Ah, I did hear a door open. Alright. This game, I think it's had its price changed, but yeah, I think that Bon is right there. I think it's about 10. If you wait for a sale, it should be a little lower. I personally bought this game on sale. However, I would absolutely pay full price. This game, I positively adore it. As the name suggests, this game's called R.E.P.O. And it's a game about, well, repossessing. I don't know too much about the lore beyond that, but really, it's not a game you need to think too hard about the lore. Oh. Oh dear. It appears that I'm being abducted. And I don't know where I'm being brought. Why is this here? It's already damaged. Oh. Okay. Stop. Stop it. Leave me alone. Where the freaking heck am I? Alright, there's an extraction here. There are just items scattered on the ground. I think the monsters were, like, fighting, and I couldn't tell you why they'd be fighting, considering, you know, I wasn't over here until just now. I don't really like it when monsters destroy items before I've even reached that part of the level, because that's the type of thing that's out of your control. And if it's out of your control, I guess it's just another little bit of randomness. But I can lament about that all day. For the present, I have an invisible person that I am going to seek revenge against. Because he moved me all the way over here. Didn't ask me. Could have killed me. That guy, he could have just thrown me into a pit and then this whole run would have been over. And I really and truly do not want this run to end early. Anyway, I've marked just about every item I can find on the map. What? Why would you damage that? Why? Now I have to kill you. Like, I guess you got what you wanted. I mean, you forced me to kill you. Right, I don't have a pit to throw you in. Okay. Ah, shoot. We run. I don't think he'll be able to sneak through. Ah. There's actually a couple of high-value items up here. I'll work out how to handle that later. Okay, now I'm in an area of a pit. But first, I need to lure him out. Is there two? No, 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 no! No! The knockback on the freaking gun killed me. Yeah, that's the end of that run. Well, I'm sorry everyone, but it looks like that's where the stream ends. Because that was like level 9 or something, and I died to my own gun's knockback. I could have done that a lot better, but I didn't. Still, we went about 3 hours. I think that particular run was about 2 hours and 40 minutes. Hopefully next time I get a little further, but thank you all for joining me. I might do another run soon, but we will see. All of you have a splendid day, and I'll see you all next time.